Poke Center is sold out of blaster boxes, but here's the thing that a lot of people just aren't really talking about. The Pokemon investing world has really hit kind of a wall. And what I mean by that is not that people aren't still trying to tackle each other in a Costco to try to get a box. I know that's stupid as that sounds. Yes, there's going to be people that are fighting over retail. There's high demand for new product coming out. A lot of families want to open the product. They've got kids that want to open the product. If we're talking about actual investors, people that are buying sealed product and putting it in their closet and letting it sit there for 20 years, I think people are actually going to stick to that plan in reality, which is going to cause kind of a supply issue with these new products, which we'll talk about on another video. But there is a different type of challenge. And what that challenge is, now in the US, there's some instability. We've got tariffs, we've got different question marks around a lot of things with our economy. And what's happening? Stocks are down. Crypto is down. I just looked, Bitcoin is at 78,000, coming off of its high at 108,000, 109,000. I bought some Bitcoin earlier today. And so I guess what I mean here is there's opportunity cost to consider. Do I want to buy more Pokemon product and sit on it? Absolutely. But the prices are pretty high on it. And so ideally, just like with anything, I want to buy on a pullback. Like Surging Sparks. There's a reprint coming out. A lot of people are talking about it. A lot of people are speculating that Surging Sparks won't really have much of a reaction to a reprint. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. I think it's like $250 for a booster box right now. If it goes to sub $200, I would like to buy some of that. Will that happen with the reprint? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe it will for a little bit. Maybe there'll be kind of like a buying window for it, and maybe that buying window goes away. But do I sit here and do I buy a $250 booster box of Surging Sparks, or do I go back into equities in the stock market where a lot of really quality stocks have taken a hit? Or, Bitcoin. This, I think, is a challenge when we're talking about investing that a lot of people just don't talk about. I think for a lot of us, we've identified quality. If we're looking at crypto, if you're a crypto person, the quality in crypto is Bitcoin. Most of the money in the market, it rolls up to Bitcoin. It's dependent on Bitcoin. That's kind of the king of that market. We've identified the king of that market. If you're not a crypto person, maybe you're into traditional stocks and equities. You can also kind of pick which are the largest companies. Which ones have solid earnings? Which ones do you feel comfortable with? You pick your winners there, and there's a lot of great stocks to pick from, whichever ones you choose to be. So right now what we're seeing is we're finally seeing a little bit of a pullback on some of the traditional stuff. And it's not just garbage stuff, garbage companies, garbage stocks. It's good companies and good stocks pulling back. There's fear in the air. There's a little bit of fear. And so, of course, what happens, there's a pullback. So am I going to continue buying into, Prismatic Evolutions, which hasn't really seen much of a pullback on the price, when I know that they're going to reprint that? Maybe the price doesn't come off of the current prices. Maybe it goes even higher. Am I going to buy that, or am I going to go into some of the other stuff that has proven itself? I feel good about it, and kind of adding to those positions as they are kind of falling. Somewhat of a temporarily distressed asset sitting there. The price is down, and I think it's only down because of fear. It's not necessarily down because the company's doing badly or the company isn't run well and all that sort of a thing. So that's what I'm always trying to do. And the problem is, and we've seen this over the last 5 years, we've seen a lot of this stuff just kind of go like this without much of a pullback. And so it's made it difficult to be able to buy in on dips, to be able to buy in on some price drops that happen. And it's really tricky. So right now with Pokemon, I'm trying to figure out, okay, where are the price drops? Where are the dips? I'm just not really seeing it right now. And so, yes, I'm still buying this stuff as it pops up. If there's a deal that happens, absolutely. I buy vintage singles as well. I really enjoy buying the vintage singles for Pokemon. I've talked about it in the video. But as far as brand new product, if I'm looking at Sword and Shield, Scarlet Violet, to me, it's like, man, am I in a huge rush to buy that stuff right this second? And again, it just comes back to opportunity cost. Are there better opportunities? Are there better places to put my money right now than maybe reaching on, something that may or may not get a reprint when Pokemon is so red hot right now? Now, I do think new products coming out for Pokemon, I don't think that they're going to lose traction at all. All these new sets in 2025, I think you're going to see the same thing. Grown men fighting each other, tackling each other in a Costco, trying to get that stuff. I think that is a 2025 thing, but that's a new product thing more than anything. That's separate to me than people trying to buy Sword and Shield boxes on the secondary market. To me, that's a more of a steady climb. And what have we seen here? Over the last few months, we've had kind of the bull run of Pokemon started. Prices have gone up on the stuff. And what has happened? A lot of supply hit because there are a lot of folks that did buy booster boxes at $80, $90, $100. And now they're $150, $200, maybe $250. And they're saying, you know what? I'm going to take some of the money off the table. I'm going to sell some of the stuff, kind of sell into the excitement. and take some money off the table. So, but a lot of people have done that. And so now what you're seeing on the supply side, there's a lot out there that is available. If you pick a booster box, take your pick on Sword and Shield, Scarlet Violet, there are people kind of undercutting each other on eBay for the stuff. You'll see it at like $189 free shipping, $175 plus $5. Like everybody is trying to get the best deal that they can selling it. And then the buyers are doing the same thing. They're looking at it and saying like, okay, where can I get in? Where's the best deal for this stuff? It's available. It's widely available. Every single booster box for Sword and Shield and Scarlet Violet. It's not rare. And so what I'm trying to do is just be patient and just wait for something to happen in this market for some of the older stuff. Like I said, the newer products, they're going to fly off the shelves. The newer products are going to be expensive, and that's just the way it's going to be in 2025. I think that's going to be the new normal, and probably into 2026, frankly. But again, that's a whole separate market to me than booster boxes from the past and also vintage singles and, vintage sealed. There's a variety of different things happening in the world of Pokemon cards. And I'm trying to watch and pick my spots. If there seems to be kind of a downslide, people aren't paying attention to a certain part of the Pokemon market, then I'll try to take advantage where I can. The same goes for traditional investments. We have seen that here over the last week where there's been a little bit of fear out there and we've seen a retracement back, a little bit of a pullback on stocks, crypto, and some of the other stuff. So it's interesting. What are you doing out there? Are you still buying more and more Pokemon stuff? Are you still buying more Pokemon cards, trading cards, collectibles? Or are you kind of doubling, tripling down on maybe some of your traditional investment style stuff? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, my friends. Stay healthy, stay awesome, and I will talk to you again later.